much time now. She's going back and forth, making sure that everything will be okay.
Hello everyone. Okay lang ang audio. Though medyo hinay sa akin. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
Medyo
press.
hinay yun sa akon. Sa akon, giniguro may problema. Anyways, good afternoon again.
All right. While we're still waiting for other participants, we encourage everyone who's here already to please message your co-leaders or anybody who you think are interested to join us this afternoon to access our Zoom meeting so that they too can learn from our webinar this afternoon. And while we are waiting for others to join us, we will still be entertained and we will still know more about our webinar etiquettes by the video that we will present in a short while. Of course, this will again be followed by a succeeding videos of a virtual message coming from the Vice President Lenny Robredo, USEC, and your BM, Pocholo Yovienko.
Maayong aga sa kabataan ng La Carlota City, Negros Occidental. Maligayang linggo ng kabataan sa inyong lahat. Isa't kalahating taon na tayong dinidiinan ng pandemya at hanggang ngayon, ramdam pa rin natin ang mga epekto nito sa mga buhay natin. Kayo mismo, ramdam ito sa patuloy ninyong pag-a-adjust sa bagong modalities ng pag-aaral. Marami sa atin ang nangangamba. Paano ko haharapin ang kinabukasan? Bilang kabataan, ano ang maiaambag ko? Napakalaki ng krisis, saan ba ako pinakakinakailangan? Walang iisa o madaling sagot sa mga tanong na ito, pero ang malinaw, kailangan ma-engage, ma-empower at mabigyan ng landas para makaambag ang bawat Pilipino, lalo na ang kabataang tulad ninyo. Personal ko ito nakita sa COVID-19 response initiatives ng OVP. Mula sa distribution ng PPEs at pagtatayo ng community learning hubs, hanggang sa app-based community marts at libreng telemed service sa bayanihan e-konsulta, karamihan sa mga partners at volunteers namin mga kabataan. At talagang kapag kayo ang katuwang, ito ang nakikita natin. Laging may naiaambag na bago. Buong-buo ibinibigay ang sarili. At laging ibinubuhos ang kakayahan at energy sa isang gawain. Nitong nakaraang taon, naging malinaw. We need more innovators, trailblazers, and change makers, lalo na mula sa hanay ninyong mga kabataan. The world needs more of your dynamism, passion, and creativity to get things done, to reimagine the future and build it. Kung pakikinggan parang ang laking trabaho, pero matatapos lang natin ito kung magsisimula na tayo. At gaano man kahaba yung kailangan pa nating lakbayin, mabe-breakdown natin yung buong biyahe into steps. Ang mahalaga, to take at least one sure step forward, dito at ngayon. Start with the task in front of you. Gawin ang kayang gawin, ibuhos ang sarili, fill the gaps where you can. Be better, go farther, help more people than you did yesterday. Do that every day, multiply that by everyone else in your community, and before we know it, we would have ushered in significant, meaningful change. This is exactly what humanity needs today. People willing to take every sure step forward, however small. People who will put in the hard work to build a future kung saan lahat nasisilungan, lahat natutulungan, lahat naaaruga. Wala akong duda. Bawat hakbang, basta tiyak at nakatuon sa kapwa, mas inilalapit tayo sa kinabukasang minimithi natin. At dahil sama-sama tayong kumikilos, tiwala ako, malalagpasan natin ang anumang pagsubok. Damo nga salamat, mabuhay ang kabataan ng La Carlota.
Isang pagpupugay sa kabataang Pilipino. Lubhang makabuluhan para sa mga kasapi ng SK ang pagdiriwang ng Linggo ng Kabataan. Ang buwan ng Agosto ay sadyang hitik sa mga pagdiriwang sa dahilang bukod sa buwan ng wikang Pilipino ay nakapaloob din ang ASEAN Youth Day, International Youth Day at ang taunang Linggo ng Kabataan na itinakda ng SK Reform Act of 2015. Bilang SK, marahil ay mahalagang suriin natin ang ating mga sarili at balikan ang mga mahalagang yugto ng pamumuno na nagbibigay daan upang maipatupad ang mga nakatakdang plano para sa mga programa at proyekto, pati na ang advokasya. Alam kong karamihan sa inyo ay matyagang sumubaybay at sumunod sa mga lituntunin upang mas maayos maipatupad ang inyong local youth development plan na kinapapalooban ng mga nagpaplanuhang pagtugon sa Centers of Youth Participation. 9 na sentro yan, kaya walang pwedeng magdahilan kung bakit di nagawa sa kabila ng hamon ng pandemya. Ngayong 2021, ang selebrasyon ng Linggo ng Kabataan ay dapat may kaugnayan sa pagpapalawig ng sistema para matiyak na may sapat na supply ng pagkain. Bilang isang agrikulturang bansa, tuloy ang pagsasaka ng mga lupain upang magamit sa pagtatanim ng palay, mga gulay, prutas at pagkaing halaman na hindi lamang pantawid gutom kundi mapapagkitaan din. Ang mga bagay na ito ay nakasalalay sa inyong mga balikat bilang mga leader kabataan. Ang inyong henerasyon ang magpapasimula ng mga makabuluhang pagbabago tungo sa mas maganda, maaliwalas, kaaya-aya at mapayapang kinabukasan. Ang bawat hakbangin at tagumpay ay dapat ipagpasalamat sa dakilang lumikha. Maging simbolo kayo ng mamamayan na may pagmamahal at paggalang sa watawat, sa mga magulang, sa kapwa, sa umiiral na pamahalaan sa bayan at higit sa lahat ay sa Diyos. Umiwas sa mga tusong mapagpanggap at mapanlinlang na ang tanging nais ay wasakin ang inyong kinabukasan at magpalawig ng mga ideolohiyang taliwas sa itinakda na nakagisna nating demokrasya. Kayo pa rin ang pag-asa ng bayan at manatiling masipag, patyaga, mapanuri, mapagtanong ng bakit sa bawat nasasaksiyang kakaiba sa kapaligiran. Bilang panghuli ay nais ko magbigay pugay sa mga lider kabataan na hindi pinanghihinaan ng loob at determinado sa pagsusulong ng wastong adhikain para sa mas mahusay na kinabukasan sa kabila ng mga hamon ng pandemya. Sa ngalan ng aking mga kasamahan sa National Youth Commission, dalangin ko ang inyong kaligtasan, kalusugan at proteksyon sa anumang karamdaman, sakuna o kalamidad. Ipagpatuloy niyo nawa ang mga magandang simulain at huwag kalimutang gampanan ang inyong karapatan sa pagboto. Ang inyong responsibilidad na magparehistro sa COMELEC at para sa National ID System. At higit sa lahat ay magsikhay upang mapagbuti pa ang umiiral na sistema ng distribusyon ng pagkain tungo sa mas maayos na sitwasyon sa bansa. Panatiliin natin ang kapayapaan sa isip, sa salita at sa gawa. Ako po ang inyong kakampi, kasangga at kaalyado, Chairperson Ryan Enriquez ng National Youth Commission. Mabuhay ang kabataang Pilipino!
To the LGU of La Carlota City, SK Federation President Honorable Gisela Jumento, SK officials, staff, kag sa tanan nga pamatanon sa La Carlota City, Happy Linggo ng Kabataan 2021. I would like to thank the Federation for inviting me to give a message today. And also I want to commend your SK Federation President, Honorable Gisela Jumento, for being one of the most active SK presidents of the province. Honorable Jumento, congratulations and thank you for making sure that despite the pandemic, you're still serving your constituents. In this year's Linggo ng Kabataan, as your board member, SK representative of the province, I encourage our SK officials to implement your programs and projects that you have planned for your respective barangays, provided that you should follow all the safety protocols. We should not let this pandemic stop us from serving our constituents. And to the youth of La Carlota, please continue to encourage your fellow youth to attend and participate in the programs of the Sangguniang Kabataan, because these programs are not for us. These programs were planned for all of you. Again, madamong gid salamat. Happy Linggo ng Kabataan celebration. Avance, Kabataang Neglense.
All right, good afternoon again, everyone. Good afternoon. I can see some familiar faces who've been with us since day one of our webinar talk. And another day, another learning, and another webinar talk. For this time, this is much more relatable, significant, and relevant since it's more aligned to who you are as youth leaders, because we'll be teaching and learning more from how to effectively become a youth leader and how to encompass it using our potentials and abilities. And right now, I can see again our youth leaders coming from the different SK councils. Barangay 1, we have, I think most of the barangays have representatives at this moment. All right. So at this point of time, let's officially start our webinar by, of course, giving back the glory to God through our prayer, and this will be followed by the singing of our national anthem.
Dear God, thank you for the opportunity to meet together. Please help us to come together to make this institution reflect your kingdom. Breathe life into our ideas and decisions. Help us build a team that has love and respect at its heart. Give us the strength to continue working for your kingdom in this time of pandemic. Lord, come give us the inspiration to be the best we can be. May we be a shining example of your goodness and truth within, wherever we are. Inspire our thoughts, discussions, and ideas, and continue to remind us that all that we do here today, all that we accomplish, is for the pursuit of truth for the greater glory of you. We ask these things in your name. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, helas na silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulubing, di ka pasisigil, sa nagatang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng bagaw. Kaya minamahal.
All right. Good afternoon again. Good afternoon. Wow. We are more than 20. We have 26 participants joining us this afternoon at this something worth celebrating because all of the youth leaders coming from La Carlota are gathered for one purpose, and that is to aggressively and engagedly learn from our speaker this afternoon. We acknowledge the presence of our SK chairpersons. I can only know some of the SK chairpersons, so bear with me. If ever I missed some, your SK Federation presidents will recognize you. We have here the SK chairperson of Barangay 1, Honorable Alfonso Hamora III. We have SK chairperson of Barangay Ayungon, Honorable Patrick Albarico. Is he from Ayungon, right? We have the SK chairperson of Barangay RSB, Honorable Bianca Galio. We have um, uh, Honorable Romulo Paduhilo Jr. from Barangay La Granja. And we also have here SK Balabag. I believe they're complete, headed by Honorable April John Aguinda. We also have from Barangay Nagasi, Honorable Godfrey Tana. And did I miss to mention SK Chairperson? Everybody's here na. All right. I know everybody's also busy doing some stuff, but we thank you for being with us this afternoon. So let's not take this so long. I know that you are excited to learn as much as I am excited to learn with you. I will be introducing our speaker this afternoon for our webinar talk. Our speaker this afternoon is currently a public elementary school teacher 3 of the Department of Education, Division of Silay City, and a part-time college instructor at Silay Institute, teaching and handling professional education courses. He is a passionate advocate for inclusive education and professional development of teachers, and he co-founded You Teach Philippines, Negros Island, with other 4 young Negrense teachers right after participating in the first National Young Teachers Boot Camp held at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, in 2016, sponsored by the U.S. Embassy in the Philippines. He is a cultural worker and advocate. He is actively engaged in the arts through authoring poetry pieces in Filipino, English, and Hiligaynon Binalaybay, playing ethnic musical instruments such as the subing and the plauta, deep pen calligraphy, and watercolor painting. One of his many achievements was being the program implementer in the year 2019 and 2020 of the Tibong Manunudlo, a You Teach for X workshop and webinar series on the teaching of contemporary arts in the region. He is very much exemplified, and we're very much honored for his presence this afternoon. Help me virtually welcome our speaker, Mr. Joseph Gabriel Gab Educado.
Ayan, thank you very much, Jebs and Honorable Gisela Jumento, for inviting me as one of your resource speakers, leadership webinar speakers, no, for the Linggo ng Kabataan. And I would like to also commend Honorable Jumento, no, for spearheading such activity for all of the SK chairpersons of La Carlota City. Hindi nagit-iban sa akon ang La Carlota because like 2 years ago ata, no, I was also invited for the first time by Honorable Jumento and some of your SK chairpersons to be there with you, no, sa gymnasium sang La Carlota to give you a talk on leadership. For this time, I will be meeting virtually naman. Well, anyway, sige lang stay safe lang kita always. And at the same time, let us also look after our health since the pandemic is not yet, not slowing pa. Anyway, ayan. So, first things first, okay? So before I share my screen, I would like to invite everyone to maximize, let us maximize the use of our chat box. okay, for your responses, individual responses man yan, or responses by groups, okay? So that would be okay. Sige. And if your connection would also permit you, you can also turn on your camera so that I could also see, aside from Honorable Jumento there, living SK chairpersons and also members as well. And yeah, no, Bianca is turning on her cam, and SK Uno Poblacion as well from ayan, chairperson Loiter. Yan. Okay, sige. Without further ado, let me share my screen. Are you ready? Hopefully you are ready. And Noy, yan, chairperson of SK Uno Poblacion. Hello, Noy. Ayan, hopefully my screen is visible on your end. Can you confirm? Is it visible? Kitaon siya?
It's still loading, sir.
Not yet, sir.
I think we're having technical difficulty with our presentation, and I don't think that our speakers with here still. He's having technical difficulty and internet connection instability. All right. So while we're waiting for him to join us back, we wish again to remind everyone, if you could turn on your cameras, please do so. It's more engaging. It captures actually, and it gives the speaker balada mas may ginestorya sila to camera. All right, our speaker is back with us again. It's okay.
Sorry, no intermittent signal. So well, anyway, I will share again my screen. Okay. Let me just close this one. Okay, wait lang. Okay. Ayan. Is it visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much for the confirmation. Ayan. So this afternoon, guys, it will be like malayo dun sa nakasanayan nating topics on leadership yung i-share ko. Since again, we are in a pandemic and all of us are also struggling mentally as well as physically. So I will be presenting to you Ikigai, working on our core motivations and finding our purpose. So again, we will be going back to ourselves. We need to know ourselves. We need to reassess our objectives, our purpose, why we are here serving your constituents, the youth of La Carlota City. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so maayong adlaw to everybody. I am Gab Educado again. I'm a public school teacher from Silay City, and I'm a co-founder ng UTech Philippines Negros Island, and also a fellow of the Future Bridging Leaders Program, 2 of the Asian Institute of Management Team Energy Center. Right now, I am, I will be wearing just one hat, for this presentation, and that would be the hat of a youth enabler, aside from the other hats that I also don whenever I am speaking to other youth sectors, culture and heritage advocate, and at the same time as a bridging leader. Okay, so let us set the atmosphere. So I would like to invite everybody to again focus on the screen and on the instructions given on the screen. Okay, I want everybody, even though your cameras are off or if it is on, well, anyway, tayo-tayo lang naman dito sa Zoom room na ito. Let us close our eyes and let us breathe. Okay, let us close our eyes and try to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, no? Breathe out all the stresses that you are feeling, all of the anxiety that you are feeling as well. Okay, I'm giving you like, sige, I'm giving you like 10 seconds. Just close your eyes, okay? Just clear your mind and focus on the things that we will be talking this afternoon. Let us breathe. Breathe freely, okay? Although we have our face masks on, breathe freely because the air that we are breathing are also the air that gives life to everybody. Now, this time, let us open our eyes, and acknowledge your existence. Acknowledge the existence of your friends nga yara sa tupad mo. Acknowledge the existence of your officers nga kaupod mo ever since that you started your journey with SK, and acknowledge your existence, your body, your personal space, acknowledge it, okay, and claim it as well. Since you are all set with that a little bit of exercise, just breathing in and just acknowledging our personal spaces and the people who are within our circles, of our personal spaces as well. I think this gives us that energy, na magpadayon, serving your constituents as well there in La Carlota City. Now, this time we will be using our chat box, okay, just to maximize the tools that we are having. I have a question here. If you are in a group, you can respond like as a group, okay? But if you want na individually, you could send multiple answers to this question. First, what brings happiness to your everyday life? Ayan, sige. Ano ba yung nagpapasaya sa iyo? Will it be TikTok? Will it be just staying at home? Will it be being with your friends or being with your family? And being with your family safely? What brings happiness to your life? Sige, go ahead. Use our chat box. And later, siguro, we will try to monitor it as well. Just go with the chat box. Ayan. Sige. Okay. Since this is recorded naman, all your responses will be there. The second question is, for everybody, what puts a smile on your face just thinking about it? Yan. What puts a smile on your face just thinking about it? Just one word. Yan. Siguro kanina yung mga responses would be their family, ayan, food, diba? Siguro gutom, hindi nakapag lunch. Ayan, from Jebs, jowa. Jowa daw. Anyway, family and friends. Yun, from SK Fed La Carlota, sino kaya yung nag-handle nito? Uyab daw, uyab. Friends. Mostly friends, friends, family members, or the entire family, or even your girlfriend or your boyfriend. Yun, di ba? Lakas maka-SK. SK RSB fam. Yun yung nagbibigay ng smile daw sa kanyang face. Good, that's good. Okay. This time, the next question, guys, would be this. What would I continue to do even if I had enough money to live happily ever after? Yan. Ano daw yung gusto mong gawin na continuous? What thing or what activity would you want to do continuously even though marami ka ng pera? Sabihin na natin marami ka ng pera, you could live happily ever after, but yet, ano pa ba yung gusto mong gawin pa? Let's have some mental gymnastics muna. Reach out to people that surrounds us. Yes, very ano no, very patriotic yung sagot ano. Reach out to people that surrounds us. Syempre no, create connections, no? Kasi yung tao naman hindi naman tayo, we were not built to be alone, tama? We need to be within a circle of a circle of a circle. Kailangan natin ng kasama, kailangan natin ng kadamay, kailangan natin ng kasabay. Ano pa ba? Continue teaching. Galing. Siguro magiging teacher to si Jan. Continue to love her. Sino ba tong si her na to? Sino ba tong i-continue to love daw ng SK Balabag? Help others. Good. That's good. That's good answer. Ano? Kahit na napaka-dismal ng panahon ngayon due to the pandemic and all of the recession and all of the businesses closing, di ba? Nandun pa din yung force, no? Yung energy to help others. Ano pa ba? Pray. Continue to do, continue being grateful. Continue being grateful for what? Siguro for everyday na buhay ka, di ba? Na nakakahinga, na you are there with your family. Di ba? Yung beloved family mo, yung beloved friends mo, yung mga mentors mo, even your, di ba? Yung mga ka-relationship mo. Okay, yan. Si April ginaang sa SK Balabag nga makontinue to love her. Ayan, showing compassion and kindness. O di ba? Lakas lang makaano no? Lakas lang di ba? Maka-United Nations yung mga sagot. Charity, helping other people, continue to help other people even if I am no longer in the service. Yun, di ba? Kasama ba yung SK for the national election sa 2022? Kasama ba? Na i-vote, magkakaroon ng votation? Not yet. Okay. Pero hindi pa sure for the SK, tama? Okay. We're not yet sure. Sige. Very good, guys. Again, no, maximize the use of the chat box. Kung meron kayong gustong i-share, lagay nyo lang sa chat box so that we could read it later. Okay? Sige. If you have questions or if you have something to share lang, out of the blue, naisipan mo to, so just use the chat. Okay? Now, yung tanong natin dito is ganito. Why these questions? Bakit ba ganun yung mga tanong na binigay ko? Because sabi dito, it's all connected with Ikigai. According to Yukari Mitsuhashi, isa siyang journalist at author ng isang best-selling book about Ikigai entitled Ikigai, Giving Everyday Meaning and Joy. Sabi niya, it uncovers your Ikigai, no, by just answering those questions, or if you would ask these questions to your friends or to your co-leaders or to your mentors, di ba? It uncovers hindi man lahat but a partial part of your Ikigai. Okay? And by answering this, by answering kanina sa chat box, you are all well on your way towards creating your own Ikigai, your reason for being, which gives you that reason to live. Di ba lahat naman tayo mayroong rason kung bakit nandito tayo. Meron tayong reason why we were elected in the first place, why we were chosen by the youth of La Carlota or by your respective barangays to lead the young constituents of your community. Tama? So pag-isipan nyo yun. What is that reason kung bakit na-feel ng mga kabataan sa area ninyo or sa community ninyo na iboto kayo? Okay? And somehow, ilagay natin sa perspective ng isang SK leader. Okay? Ng isang youth leader. Ano ba yung reason mo kung bakit ka nag-i-exist sa bigger circle ng SK Federation na Carlota City? And that is, if that would be answered, alam mo yung sagot dyan, then that would give you your reason to live or the reason of your existence as a youth leader of your beloved city. At times, yan, tingnan ninyo yung picture. At times when young people, gaya ninyo, gaya natin, kasama pa ba ako sa youth sector? Parang isang year na lang, gagraduate na ako from the youth sector. At times when young people might feel lost, di ba, confused, ganyan tayo ganyan kayo. Constantly searching for meaning, The concept of Ikigai can bring more clarity, can bring more clearness to your perspective and help you choose an area or direction in your life which is important to you. Okay? Inspiring you and giving you hope. Yun naman talaga yun yung core ng Ikigai for you not to lose hope. Kasi alam mo sa sarili mo na, ay, ito pala yung reason ko why I am existing. Ito yung reason ko why I am here, di ba? Serving the people of La Carlota City. Not just the people, but the young people, the next generation of leaders, no, of teachers, of engineers, of policemen, di ba? Lahat ng yon, that gives you hope to serve further. Na gamitin mo yung, di ba, yung kalakasan mo, physically, mentally, emotionally, to serve these people. Gaya nga ng sabi ng mga leaders ninyo sa Sangguniang Kabataan, they are rooting for you. Alam nila na meron pa kayong magagawa at maiaambag para sa entire development ng inyong sectors, no? Yung youth sector sa inyong communities. Okay. Yan, di ba? Being aware of your sense of purpose, of your sense of purpose and meaning of life, no, helps you, no, yung mga young people become more self-confident. 'Di ba? Kapag alam mo na ay kaya ko to, ito yung reason ko bakit ako nandito, kaya kakayanin ko. So yung self-confidence mo, nabuboost yan, and eventually nag-e-equate siya for you to becoming an effective or an active leader and responsible members of your community and society. Tama? Right? Tama? If that is correct, if tama yan para sa inyo, give me a thumbs up. Bigyan niyo ako ng thumbs up reaction if you agree with that statement. Di ba? Alam mo yung sense of purpose mo Alam mo yung direction na tatahakin mo. Alam mo yung plano mo for the entire youth sector of your community. And that gives you a boost of confidence na kakayanin mo. 'Di ba? Nagstay ka mo gani sa position, right? Pila ka years? 3 years ba? No, 3 years. In that position, na nakaya nyo, nandito pa din kayo. And right, like after 2 years na naibigay ko yung first talk sa inyo sa La Carlota, that time, pagbalik ko nandito pa rin kayo, nakikinig and willing to, 'di ba, to develop further their leadership skills and at the same time to know themselves. Okay? And also, I would like to add also, no, having a sense of purpose, okay? Having that sense of purpose in you acts as a kind of compass. 'Di ba? Yung compass, 'di ba, magnetic 'yan. And if you are in the right direction, it will act as your compass to follow. 'Di ba? Yung sinasabi nila na moral compass. I know that you are familiar with that, moral compass. Kailangan lahat ng leaders natin sa bansang to mayroon 'yan. That compass to follow. And definitely alongside with your youth leadership skills, na i-improve din yung positivity mo as a person, yung overall mental health mo. Tama? It gives you hope and it gives you energy to move forward. Now, the purpose of Ikigai, yung idea that I'm sharing to you, yung Ikigai, is not to declare that one needs to have and live one's Ikigai in order to be happy. Hindi ko sinasabi na, uy, kailangan pala, malaman ko talaga yung center ko, yung focus ko, yung core ko as a youth leader so that I could become happy. No, I'm not telling you, di ba, na you have to, in a snap of a finger, you will dig deep into yourselves. Na in just a day, alam mo na kaagad yung reason mo. Hindi Knowing your reason will take time. Will take time. Okay? But rather, ito yon. Hindi ko sinasabi na kailangan mo talagang makuha yung Ikigai mo, yung center mo. But rather, I'm trying to explain to you na you have to allow yourself for reflection and awareness about your life's purpose. Yun yung idea doon. Na hindi entirely yung goal mo is to, di ba, grab your Ikigai, your center. No, but the thing is, once na you enter the path of, di ba, discovering your ikigai, okay na yun. Di ba? Just by going through the process, just by trying to go through the process of finding your center, by finding your core as a youth leader and as a person. Sige, sabihin na natin as a person. Yun. Okay? And through the process, kailangan mag-reflect ka. Diba? Sino na ba dito? Let me just a show of hands lang siguro sa chat, sabihin niyo yes or no lang, okay? Sino na ba dito yung parang like at the end of the day, tinatanong niyo yung sarili niyo na did I did well? Ay tama. Mali pala. Did I do well today? May nagawa ba akong tama today? Naitanong niyo na ba yun sa sarili niyo while you are, di ba, going back to your homes, pauwi na, after like repacking the goods for the COVID patients and all of your initiatives? Na-try niyo na ba yun? Tanong sa sarili niyo. Did I did well today? May nagawa ba akong tama? May nagawa ba akong something na nakatulong sa kapwa ko? Yun, di ba? That's what we are calling as reflective leadership. Diba? Tinatanong mo yung sarili mo, ay, ano pa ba ako? Am I worthy of the trust of my constituents? Given na nasa pandemic at ito yung ginagawa namin? Yun, maraming sumasagot na yes. Before sleeping, okay na yun? Kesa sa hindi na talaga ginagawa, yes, a big yes. Sabi ni Jebs, always. Sabi ni Carnet from RSB, yes. Well, that's reflective leadership. And you are on your way towards, siguro that is part of dun sa value ng isang leader na nagre-reflect siya every day dun sa mga ginagawa niya, dun sa trabaho niya, dun sa mga taong he or she was able to impact, to give an impact sa buhay. Okay, for those who answered yes, and for those who are still, di ba, wondering if naitanong na ba nila sa kanilang mga sarili yon, di ba, try to do it, try to continue it. Kasi part yan ng tamang, di ba, tamang pag-condense nung lahat ng mga bagay na you were able to absorb in a day. Okay? Very good. Sige. Now, let's try to know Ikigai further. Sabi dito, there is no direct equivalent nung Japanese word na ikigai sa English. Okay? And I think that is the truth behind that. Wala siyang direct equivalent. But the closest definitions ay yung nasa screen ninyo. Yung first, yung nasa left, the term ikigai is composed of iki and kai. Diba? Hindi man ako bihasa sa Japanese, but I hope na this explanation would suffice, no? At present, kai is generally written in hiragana, yung kanilang phonetic syllabary. Iki refers to life, and kai is a suffix meaning roughly the realization of what one expects and hopes for. Di ba? Ang galing lang nung kanyang ang tawag dito, pagkakalagay. Di ba? Life and the realization of what one expects and hopes for. Diba? Bilang tao, every day we are hoping and every day we are realizing new and better things. Tama? And from all of those, yun yung nagbibigay buhay din sa ating personal lives. And even doon sa ating buhay as public servants. Yung pangalawa, yung sa right side, tingnan niyo. Japanese dictionaries define ikigai in such terms as ikiru hariai yorokobi miyate. Something to live for, and the joy and goal of living. And the other one is ikite irudaki no nyuchi ikite inu kufuku reiki, meaning a life worth living, the happiness and benefit of being alive. Gaya nga ng sabi nun kanina, anong bagay yung pinapasalamat niya everyday? Yung buhay siya. Merong sumagot kanina. And definitely, yung definition na ito, it adds up doon sa weight ng idea ng ikigai. And I hope na through these definitions, I think nakakabuo na tayo ng parang sarili nating pagpapakahulugan doon sa ikigai na yon. Yan. Syempre, yan. The term ikigai compounds two Japanese words, iki meaning life, alive, and kai meaning an effect or a result or fruit or worth, use, benefit, and avail. Okay? To arrive at a reason for living, a meaning for or to life, and what makes life worth living. Yan. And also, I also gathered like a definition from Wikipedia, di ba? Yung kaibigan nating Wikipedia na always na sumasaklolo sa atin when we are having researches, no? At sabi dito sa Wikipedia naman, I'd just like to share with you, yung ikigai, ayan na pala yun. Yan na pala yung definition from Wikipedia. Sorry, hindi ko na ilagay yung label dyan. Yan na pala yung definition ng kaibigan nating Wikipedia. Diba? What makes life worth living? Diba nasa kanta yan? What makes life worth living? Your reason to live. Okay? Diba? Wag na tayong mag-stay dyan ng matagal kasi yung iba baka humugot na naman at baka maglagay naman na naman ang kanilang hugot dyan sa chat. Okay? I-reserve muna yan later. Yan. So basically, tingnan niyo yan. Reason for being. Yan. Nakita ko din yung parang definition na ganyan. Reason for being. The reason for which you wake up in the morning. Diba? Saan ang commercial nga yan? Sa Nescafe ata. Bakit ka bumabangon? Tama ba? Yun ba yun? The reason for which you wake up in the morning. Yun. Ano ba yung rason mo sa pagbangon araw-araw? Yung hangin ba? Yung message ba ng girlfriend or boyfriend mo? Yung mainit na hug ni mama or ni papa or ni nanay or ni tatay? Yung init ng araw? Yon, para kanino ka bumabangon? Yun, di ba? So tanungin niyo din yung sarili niyo as leaders. Para kanino kayo bumabangon? Bumabangon lang ba kayo because of the stipend or bumabangon lang ba kayo or bumabangon ba kayo dahil you are committed to serve the young people of La Carlota? Tanungin niyo yan yung sarili niyo. Okay? Make yourself bothered by those questions. Make yourself bothered. Mas maganda if, di ba, you are uncomfortable sa upuan mo at marami kang nare-realize. Okay? Next, so yung aha moment natin, ito, your reason for being gives you a reason to live. Okay? Your reason for being, yung rason mo dahil kung bakit ka buhay, yan din yung bumubuhay sa'yo. So that is a aha moment for everybody. For me, actually. Upon knowing Ikigai from a leadership session din a couple of years ago. Okay? So yun, di ba? Ang galing lang. So Ikigai is your reason for being and which gives you also the reason to live. As far as descriptions go, here are a couple that I can resonate with again, no? The process of allowing the self possibilities to blossom. Kasi yung Ikigai, if it is put into a graphics, parang flower yan, no? Parang bulaklak na nagbo-bloom. Okay? If you can visualize yan, nasa ano din, nasa a slide. Hindi ko lang na i-full bloom. Pero later, I will show you. Yan. Also, according to Tim Tamashiro from his TED Talk, sabi niya, this work is really like a treasure map. Bakit ba? Bakit sinabing treasure map yan? Because it can help you find your way to finding wonderful things about yourself that you can share with the world. And the world will say thank you for it. Diba? Yung pinakamagandang
May masaka si mama.
Yung pinakamagandang, diba? Anong tawag dito? Like return of investment, your ROI, being a youth leader now is hearing the words thank you coming from the people that you are helping. Even aside from the monetary or from in-kind, di ba? Hindi din natin maiiwasan yan. Minsan ipinapaabot or minsan binibigay talaga no, as a sign of gratitude or a token of gratitude. But yung pinakamabigat na return of investment natin, ng energy natin, ng ating talents as youth leaders is the words thank you. Salamat, salamat. Damo gid nga salamat. Tama? And I know na almost all of you were able to experience that coming from the lips of young people na binigyan ninyo ng ganito, na tinulungan niyo ng ganito, ganyan, saying na thank you gid, salamat gid. 'Di ba? Iba yung feeling ng gratitude kapag binibigay sa'yo ng buong puso. Okay? Pero young leaders ng La Carlota City, ng SK La Carlota, Ikigai isn't necessarily about work. Hindi yan about sa trabaho nyo as SK chairman or SK chairpersons or as the SK Federation president. 'Di ba? Hindi yan about trabaho eh. Dahil sabi dito, in a survey of 2,000 Japanese men and women na kinandak ng Central Research Services noong 2010, sabi doon, only 31 participants considered work as their ikigai. And the rest, sabi nila, hindi yung kanilang trabaho, yung kanilang ikigai. Di ba? Someone's value in life can be work, but life is certainly not limited only to that. Tatandaan natin yan. Ako, puro yung ikigai ko, syempre, yung vocation ko. Hindi ko sasabihin yung trabaho ko. Tama, as a public school teacher. Well, trabaho yun. But the vocation, iba yun eh. Calling mo yun eh. At minamahal ko yung vocation ko more than that of the work. Tama? So, it doesn't limit you na trabaho lang talaga yung focus mo or yung center mo. Hindi lang limitado doon yung sagot kung ano ba yung magiging ikigai mo sa buhay. Okay? Try to think on that. Try to reflect on that. Considering your involvement as an SK official, like your ikigai, then that's good. But ito lang yung sinasabi. It doesn't mean work all the time. Okay? Okay, and sabi dito, there is evidence of the fact that many Japanese people then kept pursuing their ikigai until the end of their lives. Diba? Yung iba, they left their work para mag-gardening lang. Diba? Hanggang mamatay sila, gardening lang. Gawa sila ng bonsai. Dito sa Philippines, yung iba, teacher pa din, kahit retired na. Yung iba naman, retired siguro sa service, pero nagsiserve in other capacities sa church. Yung iba, through humanitarian work. Tama? So, yung ikigai transcends your age, your time here on earth, and your mortality as well. It transcends you. Diba? Gagawin mo at gagawin mo yan hanggang sa, mawala man ng buhay sa katawan mo. And according to Laura Oliver, sabi niya, in Japan, ikigai is a slower process. Kasi yung ikigai originated from Japan and often has nothing to do with work or income. Diba? You know naman how workaholic, not alcoholic, but workaholic yung mga Japanese people when it comes to work. Siguro yun din yung contributory factor doon sa pagproseso nila ng kanilang respective ikigai. It's a slower process. Hindi yun snap in a finger, tomorrow alam mo na, or later tonight, pag umidlip ka na and then, eureka, alam mo na yung ikigai mo. No. It takes a process. It takes a journey. Yung iba nga, hanggang mamatay eh. Di ba? Yung kanilang proseso ng kanilang ikigai. And from Gordon Matthews, isang professor ng anthropology, sabi niya, ikigai is not something grand or extraordinary. It's something pretty matter of fact. Di ba? Hindi yan isang bagay na bibilhin mo, hindi yan nabibili, hindi yan isang profesyon na kailangan mo talagang, di ba? Kailangan mo talagang pagurin yung self mo. Even in the most simplest things, yung iba nakikita nila yung ikigai nila doon. Another said from Hector Garcia. He's an author then. You don't need huge ambition to be very happy. You just need a bunch of friends to drink green tea and talk with. Get rid of the mess, and at the core is your ikigai. Okay? Ito naman parang rebellious, no? Parang rebellious yung kanyang take sa ikigai. Well, ambition is okay, but for other people, sabi nila, hindi susi yung ambition para maging happy ako. Let's just put sino bang celebrities. Sino nakakilala kay Andy Eigenman? Yung anak ni ng isang actress, si Jacqueline Jose. Okay, if you are following her sa mga previous social media posts, sa mga balita and all, 'di ba? She's from a family that really has this influence sa show business. Tama? But a few years later, right after her stint sa showbiz, nawala siya sa limelight. Saan siya nakita? In a little island somewhere in Siargao, I don't know, Surigao or Siargao, I don't know. But it's on an island living with her family. Meron siyang husband, meron siyang anak. At hindi siya bumalik doon sa kanyang kinalakang, 'di ba, buhay. She cherished the simpler parts of her life. Yung nasa beach lang, yung kasama mo lang yung pamilya mo, 'di ba? Yung kinakain mo very simple lang. Okay? But on the other hand, syempre, yung ibang tao, hindi din ganun yung kanilang proseso eh. Yung iba, nakikita nila yung ikigai nila once they go up the ladders of progress. Yung nakikita nila na from rags going to, 'di ba, mas marangyang buhay. Yun, viable yun. Bakit? Pinagpagura nila eh. They went into the process, and while doing the process, doon nila nakita yung worth nila as a person. Doon nila na-claim yung kanilang ikigai na even though nagaling ako sa hirap, I will be, 'di ba, be giving back to the masses. At marami na kayong kilala na ganun. I'm sure of it. Okay? Other than work, ikigai can be family. Sabi nga ninyo, mahal ninyo yung pamilya ninyo, isang dream na gusto mong maabot, mas malalim mo pang maabot, or simply the spiritual feeling that life is worth living. Di ba napakasimple lang? Ganon yung ibang tao, yun yung kanilang ikigai. Ako for one, as long na I'm in the service, I'm in, 'di ba, in the education sector with DepEd, yun yung, 'di ba, yun yung pinanghahawakan ko dahil I know na through the process of being like a public school teacher, marami akong tao na matutulungan. Marami akong bata na matutulungan. At yun yung parang nagta-translate doon sa idea na life is worth living for me because I am a teacher in the public school. Kayo, sana ganun din. That life is worth living dahil, lagyan nyo yan, fill in the blanks. Life is worth living dahil, ano? Okay? Try to have it on the chat box. Lagay nyo dyan. Life is worth living blank. Okay? As we go through the 10 rules of ikigai din. Okay? Life is worth living. Yan. Lagay ko sa chat box. Because or yan. Lagay nyo sa chat box, or if somebody could share, maybe one or two. Life is worth living because. Anybody? Sige, just turn on your audio if you want to. Yun, from SK Uno Poblacion, you know your purpose. Syempre naman, dapat connected yun. Life is worth living because you know your purpose. Alam mo na may patutunguhan ka, alam mo yung direction mong tutungungin. Okay? How about the others? Sige, lagay nyo lang dyan. Add lang kayo ng add dyan sa chat box. Life is worth living because. Okay? As a person or as a youth leader, pwedeng-pwede. Sige. Punta tayo dito, young leaders, sa 10 rules of ikigai. Very fast lang. Pwede nyo i-take note or I could share this slide with you as well as a file, no, if gusto nyong i-save yun. Yon, from Honorable Jumento, it's a gift from God. Siyempre, araw-araw ay regalo yan. Nabuhay ka, di ba? Na nakakahinga ka, na you can open your eyes and see your family. Life is worth living because it's a gift from God. Yan, coming from screen, sino ba to? Can you change your name so that I could acknowledge you? From screen, life is worth living because I am fortunate enough to be. Very good. Very good realization. Now, let's proceed to the 10 rules of Ikigai. Okay, ready na ba kayo? You could list this. You can list this on a piece of paper or kuhanan nyo ng screenshot. Anything will do. Unang-una, stay active and don't retire. Diba? As long na buhay ka, as long na, diba, you are breathing, stay active, gumalaw ka, do something worthwhile. Okay? Going forward to your retirement years, yun. Sabihin nyo, diba? Ano ba yung gagawin ko when I retire? Pero, you don't need to retire ha. Hindi kailangan na after, once you have gained your retirement, tigil na. Higa na lang ng higa. Upo na lang ng upo. No, you need to do something worthwhile. Okay? Pangalawa, leave urgency behind and adopt a slower pace of life. Even though na parang hindi na natin to nagagawa minsan dahil sa bilis ng technology, dahil work from home lahat tayo, lahat in an instant nagagawa natin. Pero guys, young leaders, I tell you, okay? Kahit ilang araw or isang araw lang, leave urgency behind and adopt a slower pace of life. Okay? Dahan-dahan lang. Diba? Take it slow. Take it slow, so slow. Diba? Yun yung parang sa kanta. Leave urgency behind kasi yung ikamamatay mo is not your work but the stress along with your work. I know because all of you are working in the government, alam nyo yung stress. Ibang klase yung stress kapag ikay nagtatrabaho sa gobyerno. Okay? So, once in a while, magliwaliw ka, pero be safe, 'di ba? Be safe sa pagliliwaliw, sa pag, 'di ba? By taking your rest. Okay? Leave urgency behind and adopt a slower pace of life. Pangatlo, eat until you are only 80% full. Am I referring to it as literally or figuratively? Figuratively naman, okay? Eat until you're only 80% full. Okay. Ito yon. Like, hindi tayo nagpapakadalubhasa sa isang bagay para maging dalubhasa. There's always a room for us to improve. Kahit anong, di ba, ibang klase ka ng youth leader. Alam ko na lahat, from project management to project ideation, alam mo na lahat ng skills. Maganda na yung public relations mo and all. But always remember that the key to your Ikigai is eat until you're only 80% full. Acknowledge in yourself na marami ka pang bigas na kakainin. Acknowledge in yourself na marami ka pang kailangang pag-aralan. There's no such thing as 100% if you are a youth leader. Every day, marami kang natututunan and it adds up to your knowledge. Pero kailanman hindi tayo nagiging 100%. Okay? Lagyan mo ng room. Magbigay ka ng room sa sarili mo to improve yourself. Okay? Sige. Next, pang-apat, surround yourself with good friends. Yun, I know that everybody are in good company naman. Diba? Because you are serving and mas maganda na kayo tumutulong sa mga, di ba, constituents ninyo because you know na you are in a company of good friends. At nakakahaba yan ng buhay. I'm sure of that. Panglima, get in shape through daily gentle exercise. Okay? Hindi mo kailangan maging, di ba, parang you're like a meat of a person, but, di ba, gumalaw ka. Okay? Get those sweat going. Okay, just get in shape, gumalaw ka, and do not stay stagnant on a place or maupo ka lang for almost like titig ka lang ng titig sa phone and all of those. ML all day long, di ba? Nakakasama din yun. Anim, smile, di ba? And acknowledge people around you, di ba? How very powerful yung smile mo, ninyo, di ba? Na ibinibigay ninyo sa ibang tao because it brightens their life or brightens their day as well. Pang-pito, reconnect with nature. Kumonekta tayo sa kalikasan. And I know, in coming from my experience with SK La Carlota, you are doing an excellent job when it comes to not literally reconnecting with nature, but you are trying to bring yourselves nearer to nature. Ang dami yung initiatives dyan sa La Carlota, and I salute all of the young people, most especially those people from Tahood and all of the other youth organizations there, working alongside SK La Carlota. Diba? Iba din eh. Kami, last year, binaha kami ng ilang beses in Silay because of, of our nature being destroyed. But in SK La Carlota, but in La Carlota, rather, napaka-pristine pa ng kalikasan ninyo. So, pag-ingatan ninyo yan, reconnect with nature. Pangwalo, give thanks to anything that brightens your day and makes you feel alive. Diba? Magpasalamat sa lahat ng blessing. Diba? Every day is a new day to be alive and to be of service to other people. So, magpasalamat. Say a little prayer before you go to work. Say a little prayer before you become, diba, mag-transform ka bilang SK Federation President, yan ni Honorable Jumento. Or mag-transform ka bilang SK Chairperson ng Balabag, ng Poblasyon and all other barangays. Diba? Say a little prayer, magpasalamat. Panglima, live in the moment. Huwag magmadali. Sabi nga doon, diba, be slow, diba? Take a slower pace. Live in the moment. Namnamin mo yung oras na ginugugol mo together with your mga kasabay mo sa SK. Live in the moment. Tama? And pang-sampu, yung last is follow and live your ikigai. However, yung ikigai natin, kailangan pa nating iproseso as of now. Maybe other na mga kasama natin dito, alam na nila yung ikigai nila, but for the others, hindi pa. So, just go with the process. No? It matters. Now, speaking of ikigai, ito po yung kanyang structure. Okay? It is an intersection, a convergence of 4 core elements. Yan. So, love, good at, needs, and paid for. What you love, that means your passion. What inspires you? Pangalawa, what the world needs, that would be your mission. What makes you feel useful? Okay? Pagtuunan nyo yan ng pansin. Pangatlo, what you are good at. Your vocation. Yan. Hindi ko sinabing your work, but your vocation. What are you drawn to? At pang-apat, what you can get paid for. Ano ba yung profession mo? Or ano yung gusto mong maging profession? Or what activities do you find most productive? Pero guys, disclaimer lang, hindi ibig sabihin na what you can get paid for yung monetary. Remember that paid, the word paid there can mean outcomes, rewards, or rewards beyond money. So pwede nating sabihin yung gratitude ng mga tao. Diba? If you feel fulfilled, hearing gratitude coming from people dahil sa tulong ninyo, seeing the faces of the people brighten up because dumating kayo at may tulong na dadating sa kanila. Basically, yan yun. Yan yung isa sa mga activities that you can be paid for. Okay? Okay, sige. Punta tayo dito sa next. If you have questions, don't hesitate, guys, to have it on the chat. Kasi I know that you are very focused ngayon. You're very focused. Okay. So, basically, yan din. Diba? I condensed the idea of Ikigai. So, lahat ng yan contributes to the founding of your core, your Ikigai. Your emotional aspect, your physical aspect, intellectual, occupational, spiritual, social, environmental. So yung 7 aspects na ito, guys, nasa sa inyo na yan. But the only thing that you need to do is for you to identify them. Kailangan mo siyang makilala. Okay? Lahat ng yan ay nasa sa inyo na. Given your experience in the leadership track, alam nyo, emotionally, ano yung nagbibigay sa inyo ng emotional stability as a leader. Physical, Intellectual. Ano yung ginagawa mo para madagdagan pa yung mga things na pwede mo pang i-share sa ibang tao? Occupational. Aside from being an SK chairperson or an SK officer, ano pa yung, diba, yung trabaho or yung vocation mo na pwedeng mai-align doon sa gusto mong gawin? Spiritual, prayers, diba? Prayers, your connection with your God, your connection with your family. Social, yun. And environmental. So with those things, diba, and it contributes entirely to your ikigai. So at its core, if titingnan ninyo, ikigai is about finding a reason to live, being motivated to follow it, and believe in that path. Those directions are right for you at that moment. Okay? Trying to find and live your ikigai also can help you to develop, yun nga, yung sinasabi kong psychologically, emotionally, intellectually, physically, socially, and spiritually. Lahat ng yon contributes to the finding or to the founding of your ikigai. And don't forget also na pumapasok din dyan sa circle yung lifelong learning, yung lahat ng mga natutunan mo, nagagamit mo ba araw-araw, at yung personal development ninyo as a person and as a leader for SK La Carlota. Hindi ako naniniwala na after 2 or 3 years being immersed in the leadership track ng SK, hindi kayo nag-iba, hindi kayo nag-change as a person, hindi kayo nag-change as a leader. Ang dami. Meron akong kakilala dito from the other SK, SK ano ba dito? Yung mga barangay na merong mga SKs. Yung iba dito, iba yung kanilang pananaw nung nakilala ko sila like 2 or 3 years ago. And from the moment na before the pandemic. Kasi after nun, hindi na talaga nakapag-interact. Okay? So I know na all of you grew up to become the best versions of yourselves as a person and as a leader from all those years na binigay ninyo for SK. And for that, no, I would like to congratulate you for going on through that process. Kasi hindi din madali being an SK Federation President or SK Chairperson or SK Official. Hindi siya madali. Okay? I salute you all for that. Maraming salamat for your service as well sa pagtulong sa mga kapwa ninyo kabataan because they knew na meron silang maaasahan from you. Meron silang kasangga in you. Okay? Now, as a closing, guys, like a little bit of ano na lang. Sabi dito ni Howard Thurman, ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. If you have come up to that self-realization, nalaman mo, you were able to grasp your core, your ikigai, then kailangan ka ng mundo, kailangan ka ng community mo. And the people would certainly put prime, put prime importance to the fact na buo ka before you were able to serve them. Okay? Sabi naman ni Einstein, don't think about why you question, simply don't stop questioning. Yun din yung sinasabi ko din like 2 to 3 years ago, huwag mahihiyang magtanong magtanong ka ng magtanong. And don't worry, answer. If you are being questioned back, don't worry, diba? And don't try to explain what you can't know. Curiosity, build curiosity, because curiosity is its own reason. And try to comprehend a little more each day. Okay? Hindi sapat na curious ka lang. Kailangan araw-araw alam mo na may patutunguhan yung curiosity mo. That's according to Einstein. Next, as the last message to all of you, SK La Carlota officers, follow your curiosity. Kung saan ka man dadalhin ng pagiging inquisitive mo, go through that process. Pangalawa, follow your passions. Kung ano yung mahal na mahal mo talagang gawin. Kung ano yung sa feeling mo, yun yung nagbibigay buhay sa'yo at nagbibigay buhay doon sa mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo. Go through that process. Pangatlo, follow your needs and the needs of the world around you. Hindi sapat na yung sarili mo lang yung, 'di ba, yung kino-consider mo. Yes, you have to follow your needs, but always think about the person next to you. Hindi tayo nilagay diyan sa posisyon na yan para maging madamot. Okay? Hindi tayo nilagay diyan para ipagkait yung pwede pa nating ibigay sa ibang tao or sa ibang mga kabataan. Follow your needs and at the same time the needs of the world around you. Pang-apat and lastly, follow deeply your love. Kung ano yung nasa puso mo, follow it. If sa tingin mo tama yan and your heart and your brain coincides with the fact na yung ginagawa mo nakakatulong, wala kang inaagrabyadong tao, you are continually serving the people, then go through the process. And lastly, claim your ikigai. Madamo gid nga salamat and maayong hapon sa tanan. Thank you. Salamat.
Thank you so much. Wow, this actually is something we should ponder upon, and it's something that gives and enlightens our mind, especially now that we're in a pandemic, uncertainties, questions running out of our mind, going back and forth, and not knowing if whether we could still make an impact to the society. This gives us another reason to strive for excellence and to pursue things which we love the most, especially in our leadership. Thank you so much, Sir Gab Educado, for enlightening us and for sharing your expertise with the said matter. Wow. I hope everybody goes back to their core purpose and to live a purposeful and progressive leadership life. All right. At this point of time, I give the floor to our SK Federation President, Honorable Gisela Therese G. Jumento, for the certificate.
Okay, may I please request our technical staff to please share the certificate on the screen.
For a while, Presa. Wait lang, Ged.
Right, while we are waiting for our technical staff, of course, to flash the certificate on the screen, we are encouraging everyone, if you have questions, reserve it in a while. You will be acknowledged. And of course, our speaker is very much open for the discussion because, it allows also for a two-way connection between the resource speaker and its audience. All right, now I'm giving back the floor to Gisela, please.
All right, so Republic of the Philippines, Province of Negros Occidental, City of La Carlota, Sangguniang Kabataan Federation awards this certificate of recognition to Mr. Joseph Gabriel Educado, co-founder of You Teach Philippines, for dedicating his time, expertise, and efforts by serving as guest speaker for the Day 3 Leadership Webinar, given this 25th of August in the year of our Lord 2021, during the Linggo ng Kabataan held at La Carlota City, Province of Negros Occidental, Philippines. Signed by yours truly. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Honorable Jumento, for inviting me and to the rest of the SK La Carlota family. Thank you very much. Madamong inyong salamat. I am very much impressed with the work that you have done through the years and for all those programs and initiatives that you have initiated. Big thumbs up. All of you are doing well. And hopefully, in the next Linggo ng Kabataan, maybe in the future, I hope that you would also be able to follow your motivations and to finally grasp, to reach your ikigai, your core, as a youth leader. Madamong inyong salamat.
Thank you so much again to our speaker, and thank you so much, Honorable Gisela Jumento. Now, of course, we will open the table for questions or for insights, anything you want to ask, anything you want to highlight, anything you want to think to our speaker. I will be asking, of course, a representative from Barangay Balabag. Barangay Balabag, any representative from Barangay Balabag, please kindly turn on your camera so that you will be recognized. Again, if there are any questions or if there anything you wish to say to our speaker, may it be something that you've grasped from his talk, something that highlighted you, something that enlightened you. All right, I will be going back to Barangay Balabag. What about from Barangay RSB? Are there anything you wish to say? Any representatives from Barangay RSB, please?
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Now, I would like to thank lang Sir Gab now for the insight. No? Because at my age, I'm already 24 years old. I am an SK chairperson and a teacher as well. Nagakalabot pa sa points ng life ko nga, I am asking question if I am on the right track, if nahimo ko kung purpose, or I am not sure what is my purpose. So, thank you, Sir Gab, for reminding us nga finding your ikagay or finding your core, it is a process. Hindi mo na siya dali-dali dayon nga mabalaan nga mo nang imo nga purpose. And then kung magpakita tagali isang aton nga ikagay ng ano na siya gali, hindi siya no need to be general. No, hindi lang siya bala nga for example, ano ang purpose ko sa kalibutan, ano ang needs ko. Dapat we need to consider ano ang gusto ko, ano ang gusto ko nga matabo for myself man. Mamangin purposeful man para sa in general sa ako sa mga pamatanon. So that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Bianca Galios. Sir, do you have anything to say?
Thank you, Bianx. No, yes, no, as a public school teacher, every day meron talagang heartbreaks and all. But nevertheless, for me kasi yung work and vocation is very pretty much different for me. I'm looking at the work being my vocation. Pero not to the point na parang malulunod ka na dun. You always have to go back. You always have to step out muna ako dun from that hole, and I want to have this self check. Okay pa ba ako? Okay pa ba yung puso ko? Okay pa ba yung mind ko? Okay pa ba yung relationship circles ko with my other friends, with my colleagues and all. So yan na tayo eh. We are teachers, and at the same time kailangan tayo ng mga kabataan, and doon tayo humugot ng lakas na everyday kailangan bumangon tayo for them. Yun.
Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much, Sir Gab. All right. Now, what about from Barangay Nagasi? Barangay Nagasi. We have the SK Council of Barangay Nagasi here. Any representatives from Barangay Nagasi, please? Oh, no representatives from Barangay Nagasi. I feel like they're too shy to share, but it's okay. It's okay. What about from Barangay Uno? What about from Barangay Uno? I believe the SK chairperson and the Council of Barangay Uno has so much to say.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. Especially to Sir Gab. Nag-grasp ko gali sa sininga leadership seminar is ang leave urgency behind even at one day and live for the moment. Kay, especially sa amon college students nga super stress na gitubong kay do basta ang sense of urgency tapos ang gani amo nagay-drain sa aton nga energy duga ano na gani pa na word gaiwas wala sa aton na to do our best kasi syempre gadali tamo wala taga keep our slow pace tapos nang ang bago gid permi ang buta kung permi gid kami nagalive at this moment kaya ang balamon by you only live once tapos dapat i-live mo gid. And the 10 rules of Ikigai is very helpful gid sir sa amon. Very understandable. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Barangay 1, SK Council of Barangay 1. Sir Gab, do you have a response from that or
And again, no, I know na yung mga students natin are my hearts go to them eh. Lahat sila almost no burned out na din dito sa proseso na ginagawa natin with the pandemic. But take heart, no? This will all too shall pass. And sige lang, just live in the moment yung yan sabi ko, no? Just enjoy the moment kasi kapag bumalik na yung klase and you will need to travel na, hindi na hindi na kayo magkakaroon ng ganitong mga times na pwede lang tayo, 'di ba, connect lang with each other. So, meron din yung pandemic meron ding na ihatid na parang good things, but well, we need to adapt and yun yung parang pwede kong maibigay din doon sa mga college students natin. Yun. Sige. Good luck with your studies. Kaya yan.
Thank you so much, Sir Gab. All right. Are there any questions or anything you wish to say to our speaker or anything you wish to add on the table? All right. I bet there's none. And again, we thank you, Sir Gab. We thank you for a substantial. It's very beneficial and helpful on our side, especially that we're taking on this journey, and especially in these leaders gathering together for a purpose and redirecting themselves more to their purpose. Thank you so much, Sir Gab.
Welcome, everybody.
Now I'm requesting everyone to please, if you can on your cameras, please do so. We will be having our photo up. The technical team, of course, will have a photo up. Oh, I see the Barangay 1 SK chairperson. He's lying down on his bed. And smile, of course. For those who cannot on their camera, it's okay. We understand. But for those who can, go lang. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you so much again. And of course, we will not end this webinar without hearing again from our SK Federation President, Gisela.
Thank you, Jebs. And Sir Gab, thank you, Gid. It's always an honor and our great pleasure to have you speaking before us. And, this is not just like any other leadership training that we've had before because, you gave us something deeper than that. You told us to have our ano na yung word, diba? Ang kami kung gabi, mag-internalize of what we did for today. And, it's really different because when you're a leader, there will always be people na gabantay sa imo. Whatever you do, there are always people who are not satisfied with the work you've done. But this is my advice to everyone, just for the sake of your mental health. Always remember, because we're all SK officials here, always remember that kung naubra mo yung tanan, nga pwede mo ubra, wala ka gisang dapat hinulsulan. And being an SK official, being a leader is not about competition. Hindi niya pa-indis or whatever nga dapat nami kuya. This is about helping each other. And, being a leader, you should always have a purpose. And thank you, Sir Gab, for reminding us na we're only human. We have feelings, man. So not just because you're a leader, not just because you're an official or a public servant, that doesn't mean nga wala ka kasakitan. We should always get back to who we are as a leader, as a person. Because if you're a good person, then you will become a good leader as well. And a good leader is very important in order for the country or the community to be progressive. So that's just what I want to say. And I am very, very happy to have Sir Gab. 2019 si Sir Gab Barisaton saying, di ba sir, araw ng kabataan sa gym. And now because of the pandemic, ara lang ta sa Zoom, but ara gid gyapon man si Sir Gab nga support sa aton. Together is also an active member of Tahod, di ba sir? Gina-invite ko permi kasang Tahod, and SK and Tahod is permi upod gid. We collaborate with each other sa among projects and programs, and we're very very happy gid nga ang youth of La Carlota is very active. And to end, Jebs, this is the third and the last webinar we have sa Sininga Linggo ng Kabataan celebration, and I'm very very happy for these past 3 days nga damo kita natun-an na it's not just ang aton nga Linggo ng Kabataan is not just about contests or whatever, but it's may ara kita learnings, may additional learnings kita every day, and I'm happy to say nga ka-active gid sang youth, as I can see sa Facebook, no, ang per barangay, kagrabe yung mga activities man and the participation of the youth, and I would like to commend everyone headed by the SK chairpersons. Thank you for cooperating and for being active. I'm very, very happy. And we have 2 days left for this celebration. Tomorrow is the project proposal defense. And on Friday, we will have our culmination. So thank you so much, Gid. Sir Gab, thank you everyone, to SK officials, especially the SK chairpersons. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gid.
Kagwapa, Chairman.
Thank you.